everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Shawnee and we are Glitzy Stitches Home DIY. Today we're going to be participating in the Falloween challenge. It's hosted by my friend Amanda of 6 Kids and a Glue Gun. It's co-hosted today by Crafty Hints by Chantel and also by my friend Brenda of Rustic and Lace. I'll have each of their channel links in my description box below, as well as the link to the playlist. Check it out, guys. They're always so much fun and so inspirational. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Today I have this 9-inch wreath that I purchased at the Dollar Tree. It's one of the styrofoam ones. These are super, super sturdy. Now the project I'm going to be doing today, I have seen completed on the wire 14-inch wreaths from the Dollar Tree, but I have not seen them completed on one of the styrofoam ones. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to try this. So it's a trial and error day. Hopefully it'll work out for us. And what we're going to do is I have this chenille yarn also purchased from the Dollar Tree. And I have this ribbon that I purchased last week at Hobby Lobby, and I got this whole spool for 99 cents. They had a great ribbon sale going on, guys. I went yesterday again and it was still going on. So what we want to do is you're going to need some hot glue. Get your hot glue good and hot in your glue gun. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take run a bead of the glue, and I'm going to take a piece of the chenille yarn, and we want to make sure this is very set before we move on to our next step. Moving on to our next step, what we want to do is we want to take and again make sure that your glue, your hot glue, and your yarn are well set. We're going to wrap this chenille yarn around, keeping it nice and snug to the piece before it 4 times. So there's 1, this is 2, 3, and 4. I think these are so pretty. Okay, guys, now what we want to do is we want to take our ribbon. Okay, and we're going to take the ribbon and we're going to hot glue this ribbon right here, just like so, right to our yarn. Again, we want to make sure this is nice and set up before we move on to our next step. So we're going to glue the ribbon just like so. That our ribbon is nice and set, what we want to do is we want to take our yarn and we want to go over and make sure you're keeping your ribbon together, guys, on the bottom. Okay, make sure it's staying together, and you want to go over this 2 times. So there's 1 and 2, making sure that ribbon is staying together just like so. Okay, now guys, if your ribbon moves on you during the time you're doing your wreath, you can always cut it on the 4 layers of yarn. When you're doing the 4 layers of yarn, you can cut it, place it on top again, and go around like so. What we're going to do, we have the 2 layers, correct? So what we want to do is we want to take our ribbon over like so, just like that. And again, you want to do 4 of your yarn. So it's 4 under, 2 over. That's all you have to remember. It's as simple as that. 4 under, 2 over. 1 more here. Just like this. I think these are gorgeous, and I hope it works out on this particular wreath form. Okay, now again, you want to go over just like so. And we're going to do it again twice, keeping our ribbon nice and snug and together. 1, 2. There we go. You might have to push it over a little bit. That's okay. All right, there we go. Now, again, I'm going to go under 4, over 2. Okay, keep your ribbon nice and snug. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get our wreath wrapped and our ribbon laid, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we've come to the end. Now, what I'm going to do here, it looks a bit of a mess, but it isn't. This turned out absolutely adorable. I love it. So cute. What we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to bring this around. Now, this is where our big ribbon's going to go right here. So I'm going to bring this around again a third time, okay? We're going to turn this around to the back. Look at that, guys. Check out that back. It's pretty good. Okay. Make sure everything's nice and taut and tight. You want it nice and even. All right, there we go. Even though it's not going to be seen, it'll bug me if it's just not nice and even. So, okay. There we go. Now, what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to bring this around and through, and I'm going to glue this on the back, guys, just like this. With some hot glue, I'm going to put it right here. It's okay that this is showing, because it will not show when we hang it. All right, just going to glue it down like that. We're going to wait until this hardens. We're going to snip it off. Our glue snipped off. We're going to go ahead and we're going to trim this down right here, just like so. That looks adorable. Love it. So, so cute. Now, where we started is where we're going to put our bow. Now, I seen this bow made by this Southern Girl Can. In fact, she's the one who did the 14-inch metal wreath, and I got the idea to do this 9-inch smaller wreath. We have our rings made, and what we're going to do is she squished these together just on top of one another. Now, hers were a thinner ribbon. This is a 1/2 inch ribbon. I do believe hers was 3/4 inch. But we're going to go ahead and do this just like this. I'll show you how. We're going to take a zip tie. Go ahead and use black since the yarn in our wreath is black. I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to tie these down a couple. You just go down a couple notches to make sure it's going to tie. Catch. Okay, just like that. Then you want to put your loops in your zip tie. Put it flat on a surface. Okay, just like so. Now, make sure it's in the center. Make sure it's nice and centered. And start to tighten. Okay, it slips when you want to tighten it, guys. So you want to make sure that okay. Looks great. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and tight as tight as you can get it, just like so. And then we'll go ahead and we'll cut this off. There we go. Now you just want to fluff your bow. Now, if you notice, guys, I changed the bow, and I did that because our ribbon here was not wired. I could have used wire ribbon, and I did not. So I want to make sure this has a beautiful, beautiful fluffy bow. So that's why I switched up our ribbon. And this is from the Dollar Tree, and I think it's beautiful, and it's perfect for fall and Halloween time. So we're just going to go ahead and fluff it, and we can do this some more later on as well. And we're going to get our florals ready to put on. It's beautiful. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to hot glue our ribbon on first, just like so. I want to get this nice and straight in the center of our wreath. Nice good portion of hot glue, just like that. We want to hold it tight until it sets. Off 4 of the mini pom-poms, and what we're going to do is we're going to take our lighter ones first. Simply put some hot glue on, just like so. Set that. We're going to repeat the same on the opposite side with the same color of the mum, just like so. Slide that right under. Beautiful. Now we have the two shorter stems, and we're going to go right in under the mum like so, just like that. Just like that. There we go. Let's go right here. Looks better. Just want to make sure it sets. Okay, one more on this side. And we're going to call this a finished DIY. I think this turned out absolutely beautiful. Just like that. So, so pretty. Okay, and on to DIY number 2. Earlier on my Cricut, I printed out from my design space a jack-o'-lantern, the whole thing, the whole pumpkin, and it's just perfect for what we're going to be doing today. Is I've removed the center of the pumpkin. Now this is going to be our stencil for our wood round. I'm going to go ahead and peel this off. This is Dollar Tree vinyl. I have not been a big fan of the Dollar Tree vinyl, but I must say it has been working quite well as of late. It's been working really, really good for me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place this right over our round. I'm going to get it nice and centered. Right over our round. It's not centered. Just like so. Just like that. Perfect. Here, this gives it that round effect. Up here like so. Okay. On the other side, it's pretty much in the center on the left. You guys, this is so easy and it turns out really, really good. Okay, let's go over here like this. Right like that. There we go. You may want to move this one up some so our face will fit, because I'm worried that our face isn't going to fit right if I don't. So we're going to put this right up here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put the eyes, the nose, and the mouth on. We're going to come right back. Not just going to be stenciling this pumpkin on here. We're actually going to stencil and paint. I want the highlights in here. I want this absolutely beautiful. So what we're going to do is I have the pumpkin chalk paint by Waverly, the celery chalk paint by Waverly, hazelnut chalk paint by Waverly, and truffle chalk paint by Waverly. You can't tell I like Waverly chalk paints, can you? I love them. They're my favorite. And I also like the chalkboard paint that the Dollar Tree has been producing. So, okay, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and start with our pumpkin. Okay. And you don't need much, guys. You just don't. Go ahead. I'm going to start with the stencil technique and see what happens. Okay. Paint this. This will give it texture as well. Perfect. Absolutely wonderful. Let's get this little guy off here. Okay. And now for our mouth. Pull straight up, guys. Perfect. That turned out absolutely wonderful. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get our paints, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to paint our stem and our vine. For our vine, what we're going to do is we're going to take paintbrush here. I'm just going to dip it in a little bit of the Celery by Waverly. And I want to make this look as natural as possible. So we are going to run some darker colors in here as well. Paint right over this. But going into the pumpkin, we kind of want it to look like roots. You want it to look stemmy, if that makes sense. Stemmy. You want it to look like it has roots. Okay, just like that. There we go. Right here. Rough edge. There we go. And guys, if you need a smoother line when you are painting, you can always go to a center section and get rid of some of the excess paint that you may have on your brush. If you have a center section where you're painting, yeah, you can always go to like the center section and get rid of some of that paint if it's going to be the same color that you are painting. Okay, just like that. So now what we're going to do, guys, we are ready. We are going to remove the entire stencil, and then we're going to highlight this piece. Here we go. Perfect. Now we have to remove the center of our vine here, just like so. And there we go. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do the highlights on this. Make sure it's good and dry. From our previous project, I folded over some pumpkin ribbon. And what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I just wrapped some jute twine around and hot glued it, guys. I'm just going to go ahead and hot glue this right to the center of our piece. And we're just going to call this a finished project. Nice little simple pumpkin round. This is adorable. Okay, I'm going to put it right down here like so. Press it. Is it even? I hope so. There we go. We can fluff it up a little bit when you get it on there. All right. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to return our hanger and we'll be right back. My goodness, you guys, I love this. This turned out absolutely adorable. Okay, on to our third and final quick DIY. I don't even know if we should call this a DIY, but I'm going to. I love this idea. It's so simple and it just looks so nice. I've just torn the bottom off the clip of one of these little sweater wrapped pumpkins from the Dollar Tree. I have this gorgeous color of a pumpkin that I had last year, and I have this one also from last year. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take the stem right out of this, pull it right out of there. There we go, just like that. Simple, 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 and so effective. What we're going to do, let's put some hot glue right here. This is almost like those book stacks, but in pumpkin form. It's that simple. I just love it. We're going to put the orange one on top of the red one. And then we're going to put our little sweater pumpkin here. This is almost like an army green color. I absolutely love it. We're going to put this on here like so. How cute is that? That is just so cute. I love it. We are going to go ahead and dress this up just a little bit. I'm actually going to get some jute twine, put right here, a couple acorns, guys, and I put the little jute twine bow right here. And rather than the acorn, I'm just going to take a couple of these mini flower leaves. I'm going to stick it right to the back of our pumpkin like so. I think that is so cute and just so effective, guys. How easy, simple, and beautiful. Okay, guys, and we're going to call these 3 finished projects. I'll be right back with my final reveal. Hey, friends, and there we have it. Our pumpkin round, our beautiful yarn wreath with ribbon, and our little pumpkin topiary. I hope that you enjoyed today's DIYs, and if you did, go ahead and give me a great big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell next to your subscription and you'll be notified each time I upload new video. I can also be found on Instagram and Facebook at Glitzy Stitches Home DIY. I'd like to thank Chantel, Brenda, and our host Amanda for this awesome challenge. Have a blessed day, everyone. Bye. And if you enjoyed today's video, here's something else you may like.